following impacts are expected. Outdoor recreation could become life-threatening to those caught unprepared for severe winter conditions.
But I'm prepared, right? You see, I got this new see-through cocoon-like bubble tent that I think would be fun to sleep in through a snowstorm and -0 temperatures. Now I just need to find a safe level spot to set up camp.
Very cold wind chills between 20 and 30 below. The following impacts are expected. The dangerously cold wind chills as low as 30 below zero could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. Use caution while traveling outside. Wear appropriate clothing. A hat can cause.
But as I wandered around in this Arctic-like landscape, I began to wonder, would it still be considered glamping if my tent has icicles on the inside? How many layers of clothing would it take before I started resembling a hibernating bear? If I shiver hard enough, will it count as cardio? At what point will my sleeping bag stop being insulated and start being a human burrito of regret? Well, come along to find out the answer to these questions and more. Boy, I kind of like this spot right here. Pretty level, right next to this tree line, and I think it's pretty picturesque. There's no dead trees within striking distance, so this looks good. Let's get set up. Okay, here's my cocoon tent. It comes in a circle bag flat, and in more reasonable, warmer camping weather, this thing would just spring right out and set itself up. What will it do at 10 degrees Fahrenheit? We're about to find out. Take the strap off and zoom. Try that again. And wham! A tent! Yay! Well, kind of. Okay, where do we want this? Where's level? There? That's a pretty level spot right there. All right, let's stake it down. See if the ground's frozen. Pretty solid. Yeah, it's set up pretty nicely. Put this down for a little extra insulation to the side of my mattress. 4 inches of memory foam ought to do the trick. Pretty cozy indeed. So I've got this little Trekology camping chair that's really low. I'm going to see if I actually have room for that in here, so I have the option to sit and not just lay down. It's got this neat little mesh base for it. The legs fit into the corners so that it won't sink in the sand or the mud, or I'm going to use it in here. Yeah, the ground's pretty frozen, but just provide a little extra protection for the floor of the tent. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, put this base plate on. Okay, that makes a nice little base for it. Now let's see if we can slide it down to the end here. Am I gonna have room? Oh yeah, what a game changer, having a place to sit up and lean back and have back support rather than just sitting on a sleeping pad with nowhere to lean back. This will be great for sitting down and setting up my stove to make my dinner tonight. A little bit of snow building up. Well, okay, everyone, I've been hanging out in here for, a little less than an hour. The first surprising thing is how comfortable I am. I mean, I was getting cold when I was setting this tent up. It was about 11 degrees, and it's dropped to about 8 degrees now outside. But it's not surprising how comfortable I am in here when I look at the thermometer and see that it has gone from basically the temperature it was outside, 10 degrees, to 43 degrees inside here, just in the little bit of time I've been sitting in here breathing. The other unsurprising thing is, and I knew this would be an issue, it's incredible how much it is. The inside of the tent is coated already with frozen condensation. If I sleep in this tent tonight, and I'm going to sleep in this tent tonight, and it's supposed to get down to -4, and I'm in here breathing, the icicles, they are going to be forming on the inside of this tent. I might have sheets of ice falling on me by morning. But I have a plan to deal with this and remove all of this condensation. But that also means that we're probably not going to be resembling a hibernating bear tonight. It also means that my sleeping bag is not going to become a burrito of regret, and I'll show you why. So if you're not familiar with these are what you call a diesel heater. They are a very tiny, compact, efficient diesel heater. Got a gas cap here. You can put 5 liters of diesel in there. In these temperatures, I can get about 12 hours with it in one fill up. So the fresh air comes in right here, goes across the heat exchanger inside, comes out this flexible hose, goes right through into the tent. And the exhaust comes out right here, so there's no mixing of the combustion heating process and the fresh air that is drawn in and heated. Welcome to my tropical cocoon. I've had to start shedding some layers here because despite the fact that the temperature outside has dropped to -4 degrees Fahrenheit, look at what the temperature is in here. 55.9 degrees. The diesel heater has 6 different heat settings. I'm currently running it on the middle heat setting. I can adjust it up or down. I can turn it on and off with the remote right here, so I don't even have to unzip the tent or get out, and it puts out nice warm air. And let me show you this. Remember the condensation earlier that was forming on the inside walls? This is completely dry now. It's a very dry heat that the diesel heater puts out. Clears out all the moisture from the air. Two thumbs up. Hot and spicy buffalo chicken soup and grilled cheese sandwich taste even better when you're surrounded by -5.8 degrees Fahrenheit. But a toasty 57 degrees in here, and I'm running the diesel heater on low right now. Well, we've gotten 4 or 5 inches of snow, possibility of another inch or 2 overnight, but it's time for bed, so we'll see you in the morning. Thank you, ladies. Well, good morning, everyone. It was a beautiful morning. It was a cozy night. Stayed nice and warm. Temperature dropped down to -8 was the lowest I saw it. And right now it is warmed up to a balmy 0 degrees Fahrenheit, 62 degrees here in my little cocoon. Having some French toast for breakfast with some fresh eggs. But what a fun and unique way to camp during a snowstorm and frigid air. This tent performed wonderfully. The fact that it's not breathable at all means you don't get any drafts or air coming through like you would a regular nylon tent that has screen panels. It really is like a balloon, like a bubble. In fact, when the diesel heater, when I turn it on, the tent actually inflates and become rigid, more rigid like a balloon. No condensation, even with the cooking I've done, making the French toast, no condensation at all in the tent. A great 360 view all the way around. Snow just melts and slides off, so you don't have to worry about snow load or anything like that. If it does start gathering on top, you just tap. It slides right off. So what a fun experience this was, and there's something just so unique about looking at the thermometer and seeing that it's 0 degrees or -8 right there, right outside this wall, and yet you're sitting right here in the midst of the cold in a 57-degree bubble. So fun. And I can't wait to do some camping in this tent this summer with the dark skies of Wyoming and the stars illuminating overhead, and being able to just lay in the tent and look up in any direction and watch the stars. Gonna have to watch for some meteor showers and go camp out in this tent and just be comfortable. Protection from the bugs, but yet 360 views. So unique. Well, thanks for joining me on this adventure. It was so fun and unique, and I'm gonna finish up my French toast, and I'll see you on the next one.